Inspired by CinemaSins. Also, please don't take these sins seriously. This video is for entertainment purposes only. After the Mauler twins shrugged off dozens, if not hundreds of bullets from heavy weaponry, why even bother using your basic pistol? Also, if this is your job, then your job sucks. It doesn't even pay well, considering how Steve was just talking about how him and his wife had to scrape together money for a vacation.
So he wants to go to London? Molly and I scraped together enough to make it happen.
Discount Flash. Clearance Batman. Also, Darkwing sounds like Bernie Sanders if he had become Batman instead of a politician.
This isn't a spectator sport! Move!
Chain barf cliche.
Mom, what? I'll be out in a minute.
I don't have a minute.
Classic example of why you should always lock the bathroom door.
Get over yourself. I used to change your diapers, kid. There's nothing going on down there I haven't seen before.
If the sexes were switched here and a father was walking in on his daughter, this scene would be a lot more controversial. What is that drink? Chocolate milk? Why would you have chocolate milk with dinner? Especially if the dinner consists of chicken and bratwursts. Furthermore, the glass is half empty. Or half full, depending on how you look at it.
Oh, screw it.
I really thought this was gonna be one of those Looney Tunes moments where a character is suspended in the air until they look down, and that's when gravity kicks in. I am disappointed this did not happen. Could you imagine how bad potholes must be in the Invincible universe?
You know, you spend your whole life trying not to pee your pants, so letting go, peeing your pants on purpose, it's next to impossible.
Shout out to all the people who tried to pee their pants after hearing this line. Full disclosure, I am not one of these people. However, I can assure you that these people do exist. Unfortunately.
But if you punch with your shoulder, your hips, and your legs as well...
Mark tries to uppercut his father's nuts during training. Show some respect, man. Let me make one small adjustment to Omni-Man's suit. Congratulations. Invincible is now a YouTube Premium exclusive show.
You hear it?
I do.
Get ready.
There is so much wrong with the physics of this scene, I don't even know where to begin. And in fact, I'm not even going to begin. Just take us in.
You might as well give up. I'm...
Roll title card? Budget Aquaman. I genuinely believe the Guardians could have defeated Omni-Man if Red Rush would have kept using his superpower to save his teammates each time they were in danger. Instead, Red Rush decides to attack, a mistake which proves fatal. One thing over 2,000 hours of Overwatch taught me is that if you're playing a support hero, don't try to act as if you were a damage hero. How convenient that the one guy whose gimmick is the ability to come back to life is the only Guardian whose brain is not destroyed. Joe Biden really fell off. Showering with the door open. Does the Grayson family understand the concept of privacy?
Who did this?
We have no idea. Not yet, anyway.
Okay, let's go over the facts of this case. Some of the best superheroes in the world have been brutally murdered right next to each other. All of them have sustained fatal head injuries, which means the killer wanted to ensure that they were absolutely dead. If there was a killer who was capable of annihilating all these superheroes, there is no reason why they would let Omni-Man, the most powerful of the bunch, survive and potentially act as a witness or get revenge against this hypothetical killer. Furthermore, as we know, Omni-Man was attacked by all the Guardians, which means he likely has their blood, fingerprints, and skin cells all over him. There is no reason why Omni-Man shouldn't be at the very top of the suspect list.
No!
All of the Flaxons look the same, and yet Invincible happens to hit the one who is the leader.
Eve, 2.5 seconds after this sentence, 3 enemy tanks will align 50 degrees to your right.
This implies that Robot can see into the very near future, which seems incredibly handy. At least, it would be, if the power was ever used again after this scene. This high school has the smallest cafeteria to rest of the school ratio ever. Rexplosion's voice really has that classic Cartoon Network vibe going for it. If you were to make his voice just a little bit deeper, he would sound like Muscle Man.
You know who never got to go to high school?
My mom!
Living in a world filled with superheroes must be horrible. Property gets damaged nonstop. Think of how high the taxes must be.
They're not getting old, Robot. Why aren't they getting old?
Maybe because they only showed up 1 minute ago. If you're trying to protect your superhero identity, maybe don't have training sessions directly above your own backyard. In your everyday clothing, the Flaxons have attacked the exact same spot 3 times in a row. Going off of the previous sin, if you're still hanging around that fountain area, despite the fact that there's still rubble everywhere from the previous 2 attacks, and you know the Flaxons can come back at any moment, I have a hard time feeling bad for you if you get disintegrated by a Flaxon laser gun.
And we are left to wonder, who will save us now?
I don't understand why the Guardians were so highly praised. Red Rush, the Immortal, and maybe War Woman seemed like the only ones who had significant powers. Robot and Eve are more valuable than most of the Guardians were. Damien Darkblood and Mr. Krabs share the same voice actor. Once you hear it, you can't unhear it.
Same as you. Discover clues, catch killer, bring to justice.
I was thinking finals are coming up and we're both in Miss Walker's Global Issues class.
Global Issues class in a world with superheroes and supervillains sounds like a genuinely interesting class. I'm adding a sin thanks to pure jealousy. Wish.com Ant-Man.
Welcome to the Guardians of the Globe, Monster Girl, along with Rexplode.
Rexplode absolutely does not deserve to be one of the new Guardians. His power is weak, his attitude is even weaker, and he just decreases team morale.
You left a girl in your room while you flew off to deal with a crisis. That's the tricky part of the job.
Finally, some realistic dialogue from the protagonist. It is incredibly cruel to leave that prisoner in a cell so small. They can't move at all. And don't get me started on the bathroom situation.
What now?
For anybody who has been struggling to purchase a PlayStation 5, I regret to inform you that the government has been stockpiling them for non-gaming purposes.
It's a 2-week mission. Well, pack a lunch, kid. You leave tomorrow.
Pack a lunch? A lunch? For a 2-week trip? This Mars mission is a gigantic waste of money, considering you can just hire and train a superhero to do it much faster and at a much lower cost. Head crabs. You seriously thought that would work?
There's a place on 3rd and Parkland. They'll put you up for a few weeks.
Given that Titan is living in poverty, I find it hard to believe that he gives away moderately sized chunks of money like an impoverished Mr. Beast, especially since the rest of this episode shows that he prioritizes his family above everyone else.
Freeze! Your lives worth minimum wage.
If the economy is so bad to the point where armed security guards are paid minimum wage, what was Mark paid at Burger Mart? It must have been incredibly low, like in the negatives low. Did he have to pay his boss to work?
Or do you want to fire your guns in the air, say you tried your best, and we all walk away happy?
Yeah, put bullet holes in the ceiling. You could tell your boss that Titan spontaneously gained spider abilities.
Yeah, you should have seen the asteroid I diverted a few years ago, the size of Texas.
No, it wasn't. Do you have any idea how large Texas is?
Oh, crap.
Come on, I don't even get service at my house, but Invincible gets service in space. At least we know he doesn't use AT&T.
I'm not a criminal. I just owed one money and now I can't get out.
In other words, you're a criminal. Alcohol can negatively affect the brains of growing children. However, with her power, Monster Girl ages backwards. So does alcohol positively affect her brain? Yeah, it makes sense. Drink up. Micah Bell continues to be a problem 100 years into the future.
Like you'll ever need to find Mongolia on a map.
I know, right?
No, you do need to know that. I'm not kidding. It's really important that you can find places from the air.
Damn, you're right. If only every teenager carried some sort of mobile device that allowed him to find the directions to any place ever.
Welcome to the world of the living, clone.
If the original Mauler twin transferred their brain contents to the clone, then the clone should know that they are not the original. since the original lay down on the right side of the machine. If traveling 4,162 miles takes Omni-Man 5 minutes, why would traveling 288 miles take him 2 minutes? That math does not check out. Smokers got me!
Clear. Again.
Here's another piece of media that fails to understand the purpose of defibrillators. Defibrillators do not make a heart start again once it's stopped. Surgeon Simulator, Invincible Edition.
That's why I arranged a little biology class sit-in for you guys.
I refuse to believe that filling out a survey will get you $100, especially with how poor the economy in this world seems to be. Joaquin Phoenix.
What do you think about coming here? Together, I mean.
Okay.
Amber has only been dating Mark for a few weeks, and their relationship has been incredibly rocky so far. So it makes no sense why she would agree to attend a school for several years based off of that.
This isn't what it looks like.
You took off. You left us here with that thing.
Well, yeah, any reasonable person would have left the area immediately. In fact, that's what literally everyone else did.
That's it. That's the last time I leave anyone's frontal lobe intact. Classic alpha male.
If you want an alpha male to be one of your subjects, removing their frontal lobe would likely remove the personality traits you were looking for.
You guys hungry? Should I grab some pizza or something?
Love it. No mushrooms, please.
I really like William, but every once in a while he says things that just really tick me off. Why would you jump into the sewage when you could just walk on the sewer sidewalks or whatever they're called? Omni-Man punched Batman's symbol better than I could draw it.
We dig up the immortal, drink from his skull, and wham! We get his powers. It's just a rumor. Dude, I saw it on Reddit.
Taking advice from Reddit.
Don't believe everything you read on the internet, kids.
We're fighting because you lied to me. You made me feel stupid and unimportant.
It's a secret identity.
And because you don't trust me.
I understand the importance of honesty, but if people figure out that Mark is invincible, his life would change drastically, as villains would likely try to hunt him down in his own home. Again, Amber has only been dating Mark for a few months, and they've been on and off. There's no reason for her to act so entitled. Omni-Man can allegedly throw a meteor the size of Texas.
Yeah, you should have seen the asteroid I diverted a few years ago. The size of Texas.
But can hardly handle 3 cyborgs.
You must be desperate. I beat this thing already.
Sure. But we removed his pain center and juiced it up with every drug enhancement and upgrade we had.
Cecil, your willingness to share your secrets is making Sun Tzu roll in his grave.
If this all goes south, you're our last hope against Omni-Man.
None of the Guardians have abilities that would even be slightly useful in taking down Omni-Man.
What are you doing? Even Frankenstein needed an extra kick to come to life.
I think you mean Frankenstein's monster. This show is a host to a lot of common misconceptions. This live broadcast has less than 10,000 viewers, which is completely understandable. I mean, why would I want to watch the world's most powerful heroes fight in a death battle when I could watch XQC play chess on Twitch? Think, Mark. What if we created the best meme format of 2021 and took advantage of the free advertising it gives us? Mark has a heart rate of about 150 beats per minute, judging by the beeps on the monitor. That's awfully high for somebody who has been bedridden.
What's the plan in the meantime?
Finish high school, I guess.
Oh, all right, good. Sounds good. What is high school?
It's where they sent Damien Darkblood.
$400 billion for the world's most expensive nosebleed.